Good morning, afternoon, or evening, according to the time to see this video will discuss the theme. This recording was created using spoken text. Environmental problems talk from the environmental problems, but first there 10 know what this is one environmental problema. This is the damage done to the environmental and to perform various actions that have allegedly consequences on climate change. Also the main damage to the global environmental one expressed in the depletion of renewable and non-renewable natural resources, that ecological destruction of energy consumption between countries, and the reduced ability of the planetary environmental system to assimilate the waste produced by society. Also one of the main characteristics observed across most of the time in the changes undergone by the environment are destruction of the ozone layer, global warming, acid rain, destruction of forests and rainforests, desertification, animal species extinction, disposal of toxic waste, ocean pollution, illegal trade in wild animals and plants, deforestation, for the development of infrastructure and transport, loss of biodiversity due to deforestation, habitat fragmentation, and over-exploitation of wild animals and plants, degradation of some basins north of the Orinoco River, contamination of solely waste, plants, animals, and humans by the effect of pesticides. Think aggregate in the documentary. 1 interviews, imagery, comments, reviews, a video reflexive. The interviews be done in the park foundry and interviewed a guard. Each member will make one homework specific. We will focus on the problem of water. Water is not only essential part of our own physical nature and other living beings, but also contributes to the general welfare in all human activities. The water is mostly used as an essential element in the diet of all living things, and this is one of the few elements without which life could not be maintained. For all this water it provides great benefits to man, but also can transmit diseases such as cholera. The water comes from surface sources, rivers, lakes, and streams, is day-to-day of severe contamination, the product of man's activities object. This adds to the water outside its composition substances, modifying the quality of education. It is said that it is contaminated cannot be used as is usually done. This pollution has become important due to increasing population and increasing pollutants that man himself has created. Sources of pollution are indirect results of domestic, industrial or agricultural activities. Rivers, canals, and lakes are polluted by sewage waste, industrial waste, detergents, fertilizers, and pesticides that drain agricultural land. The effect on below we will show an interview with reference to water care.
Interview about the care of the water. What's your name?
My name is Patricia Yolanda Rios.
How old are you?
38 years.
What is your job?
I am secretary.
What's your life?
Your life in Apodaca, Nuevo León, Mexico.
What faculty is studying?
The notice specialized in water rights.
What action used to make from harm the water?
I used it to pull garbage into lakes.
How used to clean the water?
I used it to reuse it the water from the washing machine for mop.
What water I used to put at the sea?
I used to pour bags for bottles from plastic, water from food.
How used to wash your car?
I used it to wash my car with with city house.
How you usually reduce the water from water?
Usually user try to the moment from water.
What you usually make today with the water?
Usually use alone too necessary and do not wasting.
How you usually carry water?
Usually make showers more short and do not leave trickling to bobbins.
How you usually affect to the ecosystem?
Usually affect modify and land.
What you usually make for every the water total of the water?
It usually reflect bring closer from the edge importance of the water.
What you usually make for keep the water?
Usually reduce the quantity from water that use in my routine daily and do not use bathrooms nor drainage as hamper from garbage.
What you usually make for avoid the contamination?
Usually make triptychs and posters with fracture, hazy, creativity and hazy from remember.
How used to contaminate the water generally?
I use it to heat water with oil from kitchen, detergent from laundry, and water from food.
How you usually believe that is polluted naturally the water?
You usually believe that the water is polluted naturally when is produced alterations in the composition of the water.
What you usually believe that is the contamination of the water?
Usually believe that is chemical, physical or biological. Quality of the water that has a harmful effect on any living creature that consume that water.
What methods you usually use for economize the water?
Usually close a faucet to the wash myself the teeth or to the save meanwhile urgency the breakdown from faucet and pipe and water in a duct the plant for avoid losses by evaporation.
What you usually believe that happen when is exhaust the water in Mexico?
Usually believe that the companies that depend of the water file increases and start one war by his water.
What you usually make when detect one leakage from water?
Usually call to service from water of drainage.
What advantage you usually believe that has he reuse his water?
Usually that adopt one new culture.
What you usually make for to take advantage of the water?
Usually use alone the necessary and treat from do not waste it.
How you usually look at that he water is life for living in the planet?
Usually believe by the fact from the that of the is healthy, he is sweet, and alone he is consumable.
Restore water supply in 13 municipalities after failure at Cutzamala. The State Water Commission of Mexico, CAEM, 100% restored sending water to the 13 municipalities that were affected by the failure Cutzamala system. While arrives in full, the vital liquid to households remain active operating endowment of drinking water, with 65 pipes. Since Sunday, residents of some areas of 13 municipalities of the Valley of Mexico and Toluca received delivery by tanker tanks, said Enrique Suarez Pacheco, General Manager of Operations and Emergency Response of the CMEA. On Monday, 120 trips were made to deliver together 1,200,000 liters of liquid vital, 130 Tuesday, which together accounted for the provision of 1,300,000 liters of water for free. It remains operational today to attend especially to areas of Ecatepec and Nezahualcóyotl, which are the last to receive water, while tanks supplied by the Cutzamala fill. To address the contingency concentrated in the Valley of Mexico, to the 50 pipes of different regions of the CMEA in the state, and supplemented with 15 rented equipment to meet the colonies requiring the vital liquid. He highlighted the support that water utilities municipalities have done to alleviate the water shortage caused by the failure on Line 1 of Cutzamala system, which has been repaired by the National Water Commission. Respect of the contingency generated in the city of Toluca, Operations Director highlighted the work of the CMEA, the agency Water Toluca, Fire Department, and the National Water Commission, for washing in 24 houses and disinfection 7 tanks. In conclusion, water is the essential element for life, because where there is water can develop different forms of life. Given its importance deserves our full attention, to creating a culture of water care, because, although the new underwater drinking water ran out, if it can be finished.
¿Qué tienes, animal?
¿Para qué te ríes, güey? Soy la cama de ella.